Hey guys, Board Bob here. So we are back. In the last episode, we finally completed the Lazy Bastard, and we sent our satellite up, what have you. Um, so it's built another rocket, ready for another one to fire up into space. But I also went and built this, and this is the cargo rocket silo. This one is, they call it satellite rocket silo in this mod. I don't remember whether it's that in the game or not, but anyway, this is the cargo rocket silo, and we've got a rocket ready and waiting, and it's all fueled up and everything else. So in order to build this sucker, let's take a look, see what we got here. So this is what is required to build it. You need 200 electric motors, or electric engines, 200 processing units, 10 steel chests, 100 pipe, 10 storage tanks, 1,000 concrete, 1,000 steel, and 10 radar. And that just gets you the launch pad. Then you have to build rocket parts. Jiminy Christmas. Oh, the other thing you have to build, you need to build a landing pad, okay, so that when whatever comes back down has a place to land and doesn't crash. This has a cargo slot in it. I guess when you come back down, you can send pods down by themselves and automate it, and it'll bring materials down. So you have to build this as well, and this is not very much. It's 1,000 concrete, 1,000 steel, 10 radar, 10 steel chests. That's not terrible. Now the other thing you can build in this is a rail gun or delivery cannon basically, and it is right here, and it's 10, 10, 10, 10, and 20 for electric engines, heat shields, steel chests, pipes, concrete. This is not for putting people into space; it's for putting materials into space. You can shoot stuff up with basically a cannon round. The cannon round, they're not that hard to build. They're pretty cheap to build. We actually have one here, so that we already built one. And I guess what you do is you tell it, saves take a long time now, and I'll show you why in just a second. You tell it what you want to send up, and it will apparently put it together. It's, so depends on what you're going to send up. Like, it'll send up 100 uranium-235. It'll send up 50 explosives. So whatever one stack is, basically, for each shot with one of these will go up. You can do the same thing coming down. It will catch them and put them in the chest, and then you can take them out of the chest. So that's how you move materials back and forth between your planet and space. So when we sent this up, we sent the satellite up, it said, you saw on the bottom here, it said, push U to get the interface. So if we go to U, what we have here is the planets and the orbits and what have you that we have discovered by sending up a satellite and exploring our world, as it were. And we can go through and we can click on each of these and have it show all of them or have it show none of them. So we have our sun. We have another planet called Alaz, which, if you look at it, is basically kind of a ruined, rocky, deserty world. It looks like there's a fair amount of resources here. This is where we get some of our other specialty resources: homolite, copper, what have you. There's the standard stuff is on here too. Vulcanite, that's another one we need. It looks like the ruins mod also places stuff up here. Now the other thing that it does, it tells you the day cycle, which is different than our day cycle. Robot interference, I'm not sure what that is. I guess it's wind and how fast the robots move. It has a 0% threat level, which means it must not have any biters. And it's 112% for solar. I'm thinking this is solar power efficiency. So if we had solar cells up there, it'd be 112% of what we would get here on Navis. And these are the materials that are there, and this is the types of climates. And as you can see, we were able to map the entire thing. I did a scan, and it slowed things down for a while, but now I have a map of the entirety of that surface, and I think these are hard edges that you can't go past and what have you. So that shows us what all is up there. Now these red, this is not biters. These are not biters. It's just whatever the ground looks like up here. So this looks like a pretty resource-rich environment up here. It has cliffs, which is a pain in the butt. I don't know what that there is. But there you go. So there is Allah's. Alright. So if we go back here, then we can go to Allah's orbit. Now, there's nothing that we can see here yet. We haven't found anything out here yet. So I don't know what there is. But like I suspected, they're just basically generating this off of the Factorio map. So apparently floating out here in space, because we're using the ruins mod, there's ruins floating out into space. So that's one thing that's kind of not really compatible, I guess, with it. But that's life. Navis, where we live. Let's view surface. And we can go to map, and we can zoom all the way out. We've scanned the entire planet. So we now know where all the resources are on the planet. So we can start kind of planning. We know where the continent is, what have you. So that's kind of cool. You know, even things that are off of our map. Now, our fog of war on our regular map is still there. So I can get to this and I can see where things are, but when we go to our regular map, I'll show you it won't be there. But let's go back here. Petusia is another world, and it looks pretty much like Navis. It's got kind of the same stuff. Now, according to this, it's cool, lakes, moist forest, colorful, and hilly. And it's got these materials on it. Holmanite looks like the most prevalent. But it does have a 7% threat, so there's probably biters here somewhere. It's considered a moon. Day cycle is different, what have you. We can look at the orbit of it, and there's nothing out there right now, except for ruins mod stuff. And now if we go to Navis orbit already has a platform out here. So they start you off with a little bit of a platform out here, and it looks like there's some stuff out here in chests that you can get to by getting out here. This is a pylon substation. It connects everything within a 64 range. Of course, an accumulator, we all know what those are. Radar. And then these are flat solar panels. So all of these are materials that you can make. So you can add on to this. So this is pretty cool. Now it looks like there's 1,000 of those science out there in that chest. And we need that science to do our research. It looks like over here is some meteorites. Something right there, some kind of anomaly or something maybe. But again, the ruins mod. But that's okay. We'll, whatever. We're not going to worry too much about that. But there it is. And we'll go back to Navis, view surface, and then if we get back out of this and we go into our map view and now is this the right one? This is us map. Oh, okay. So I guess now we can see all the way out. I guess it did transfer the data. I didn't think it had. So now we have no fog of war, which is kind of cool. We can see this whole map. So anyway, so there's that. That's what we're getting ourselves into. Now, to build this rocket, let me tell you. So I showed you what it takes to build the pad. Now let me show you what it takes to build the rocket. The first thing you need is you need a space capsule. That's pretty easy. 100 heat shields, 100 low density structures, 100 rocket control, 100 solid rocket fuel, 100 50 solar panels, 50 accumulators, 50 glass. And this will let you become a passenger on this thing, right? Then you have to build the rocket. And just like with this rocket, it's percentages, and each one is a percent. This is the same thing. This is your cargo for your rocket, right? This is what you can send up. The rocket requires rocket pieces, and each rocket section doesn't seem like a lot. It's 4 heat shield, 4 low density, 4 rocket control, 1 cargo pod, 1 fuel tank. The fuel tank requires 2 advanced circuits, 2 pipes, blah blah blah. The cargo pod, 4 advanced circuits, fast inserters, etc. The thing is, each rocket requires 100 of these. So that means 100 of these cargo pods. So each cargo pod is 4. That's 400 circuits on down the line. Same thing here. That's 200 circuits. The fast inserters, etc., etc. So you build 100 of these and put them in there, and that makes a rocket. Now, what you can do is you can have unpacked cargo sections that you can then apparently pack, I think, and it allows you to put them in the rocket so that you can take them with you. And then you can build a rocket from there to go someplace else. 100 required per rocket can be recovered from rocket landings. Key cargo, right? So you can build these, put them in your rocket, fly them up there, and go someplace else with them. Now, the other thing you need, because it is space, is you need a space suit. So here's the space suit. It's a thruster suit. That's what it requires. 20 heat shield, 20 low density, 20 rocket control, glass, a jetpack, and life support. Life support has to be made in a life support facility. Jetpacks are pretty simple. These are pretty simple as well. They just have to be made in, where is it? This puppy. So you have to build this, and then you can make life support. But that does not get you all the way there. Okay, that is just the life support equipment. Then you have to have life support modules or packs or whatever they call them, which are right here. So you have to make a secure canister, which, again, simple to make. And then a secure canister, you have to make a empty life support canister. And then you can make a life support canister. And you can either use coal and water or fish, wood, and water. Either way, it gives you the same thing. And then those provide your life support time for your suit. If you get in the rocket without a suit, I'm just going to get in with the modular armor. What it's going to tell you is, to avoid suffocation, please consider putting on your thruster suit and putting life support canisters in your inventory. Consider it. You don't have to do it, but consider it. It's a good idea to do it. So, in order to come in and out, you just stand in front of the door, enter. That'll take you in and take you out. So let's go ahead, just for the hell of it. I know this took forever to build, but we're going to go up, we're going to grab that stuff, and we're going to bring it back down with us, and we're going to take a look around while we're up there. All right? So let's go ahead and put our suit on. Now you can see this immediately changes. Because I have 3 of these in here, right? Each one of them adds 100% to my efficiency. So I have 400% efficiency, and this is just like normal armor. You can put whatever in here. There's jetpacks and stuff like that. So now I have 6 minutes and 40 seconds of life support in space, because this is in my inventory, that I should be able to get away with being up there for 6 minutes. We're not going to be there for 6 minutes, but we're going to check this out. All right, because we're not bringing up any building materials with us, so it won't take us that long. All right, here we are. We're in our rocket. Our rocket has 1 space capsule, and you have to have the capsule. It has 100 sections. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Liquid rocket fuel. Liquid rocket fuel is made from solid rocket fuel. You have to put it in there and craft it, and it will turn it into liquid rocket fuel. That's what this fuel refinery is for. So now we kind of know. Let's come out of here and then go back in so that we get our proper. Now, when you're in here, you can set the launch trigger, whether it's full on cargo, full on fuel. So if you're doing these automatically, so you're sending stuff up into space, and you're unloading it automatically up there, or you're bringing it down here and unloading it automatically, whatever the case may be, you can set these to automate, which is really nice. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to do manual, just because we're going to go on us. List destinations alphabetically, etc. Here are all the destinations that we can go to. These are the things we've discovered. Now we know that the only place that has anything right now, other than those planets, which we don't want to start out on the planet all over again the way we had to build all the way to get up here. We're going to take some stuff with us when we go. We're going to go to Navis Orbit, which is that space station up there. So we'll select Navis Orbit. Cargo safety, 99.02%. That's what should survive if we were taking anything up with us. Landing chance requires a landing pad. There's no landing pad up there yet. We haven't built one. Status, ready, loading cargo. Well, we're not going to take anything with us. I know it's a waste to send one of these up all by itself, but here's the deal. I want to show you guys what this is up there. But then after that, we're going to concentrate still down here on Earth for a little bit. I want to build up all of my production. I want to get more mines up and running. I want to get more smelting up and running. I want to get my green my green plates and everything else all up and running before we're really ready to go to space. We jumped ahead. We didn't get a whole lot of bulk stuff so that we could get our achievement and move on. That's going to take a long time. It's going to take me a long time to go out here and mine all of this stuff and put mines on it. It's going to take a long time to set all of this stuff up. So up until now, I've been recording everything as I do it. From this point forward, I'm going to basically I'm going to still play this mod, and I'm going to show you guys things as we come up to them and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be posting this one as regularly as we were, because there's just going to be a lot of behind the scenes stuff that's going to end up becoming boring, I think. So I'm going to do it that way. Now, if you guys want to see all of it, by all means, let me know in the comments, and we'll go from there. But as of right now, my plan is to do this in installments and just kind of give you updates on it. But I wanted to show you guys this. This was kind of the whole basis for me playing this mod. This is why I wanted to play this mod, was this whole space thing. So I kind of wanted to include you guys in this launch. So if you guys are ready, here we go. Let's go to space. And off we go. I love the animation on this thing. It's pretty cool. So I guess when it gets up into space, it breaks up. Oh look, and there's the cargo pods. Now we had the nanobots, so it went out and grabbed them for us. So now they are in our inventory because you can salvage them. But now notice there's only 10 of them out of what, 100? So we've got all this other stuff out here that we can walk around. Whoa! If you walk off of it, you're then flying in space. And it's the WASD keys, same as normal, but I suspect you only have so much propellant, and don't hold them down, tap them, because you maintain your momentum. You conserve your momentum. It's conservation of momentum. So we want to get this stuff just to have it. Looks like it gives us just scrap, but we might as well grab it while we're here. I like the little puffs. Every time I push a button, it puffs. The longer I hold, the faster I go, but the more out of control I am. So we're picking up all this scrap because I do believe that this can, if you run and you're on the station, when you leave the exit of the station, you're going as fast as you were running, apparently. Be warned. So we're gonna try and clean up as much of our spaceship as we can. No sense leaving it to waste. We have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. We want to keep an eye on our oxygen. Now, I imagine as you build this base up and you get more stuff up here, you become a little more independent with your ability to manufacture up here and stuff. So I think that's all of that. Let's go over here and get this meteorite. Alright, so it gives you the same stuff up here that it gives you on the planet. Get over there. Alright, so it changed life support tanks. Alright, so each tank is good for a certain amount. So now I'm back up to 9 minutes. Let's check our inventory just a second. Alright, so yeah, so we used a tank. We have a tank. So each one is worth about 10 minutes maybe. So let's look here and see, because I'm curious as to what these ruins look like if we're in space. So we're gonna travel over to one of these. That's why I was saying. Now I say the autosave takes forever. It's because those maps, we have scanned so much of those maps that they're freaking huge, that it's taken us that long to scan them. Now look, there's walls floating in space. Now that guy's going to shoot at us. We get too much closer. I guarantee it. We'll see how he does. So this suit takes a little bit of damage apparently. Now there's no sense in really kind of gathering this stuff and what have you, because it's not going to do us a lot of good up here. So let's not let's not fart around too long. I think I have. Yes, I do. Alright, so let's get back over to our space station. Puff, puff, pass. And let's land on our space station here. Let's take a little walk around. Okay, so as soon as we come back in contact with it, we're no longer floating. We just got to be careful that we don't go off the edge. Alright, so we've got... Alright, because there's no space passing. We've got a regular accumulator, basically. That's going to give us all the power we need for a while as far as connection, but we probably... Let's see if we can click on this and see. Okay, so 300 kilowatts is what we're using. Our max production is 12.6 megawatts, I guess, and that's from the 6 solar panels. Each one will do 400 kilowatts, plus or minus based on the efficiency factor. And then we've got our radar. Radar Kellerkind scans nearby sectors, accurately reveals areas around us. Cool. All right, so let's see what we got down here. So we have solar panels. Nice. We have Space Science Laboratory. Cannot be placed on land or spaceships. Can use advanced science packs. So apparently this is a space station, or a science lab that we have to put down up here. We'll take that. Cryogun. Make a wall of ice that can freeze the enemies, and we've got 200 rounds of ammo. That's kind of cool. We've got 1,000 science. We've got vulcanite blocks. We've got so they're setting us up for success up here. We could start to make some stuff up here. We could start to research some stuff up here. Looks like we got platform scaffolding and platform plating, which must be what this stuff is. And we got a fair bit of science. So let's do this. Let's make ourselves I wonder if this is kind of like landfill. And they've retextured landfill. Yeah, so let's see, minus, plus. Yeah, they've retextured landfill, basically. So then, this must be like bricks or concrete, in that we can do this with it. So, how much space does this lab take up? Holy! Alright, so it takes up a little bit of space. Alright, fine. Looks like a Borg ship. Let's go out one more on that side. And then one more up this way. Alright, so we still can't put it down. It must have to go on the plating. Alright. And that's what it looks like. Everything else is on plating, so we must have to put it on plating. Alright, can we put it down now? Yes, we can put it down now. And it should be powered, because that powers everything. So let's look at this sucker. Holy! Look at all the different sciences. We can't make ourselves a sushi belt with this, I don't think. We're going to have to figure out a different way to do it. But now, we have red, green, and blue science here. And we have rocket science packs. So what can we research with red, green, and blue science? We can research everything in these first two rows everything up to here, we can research. Alright, so I'm thinking the first things we want to do is more infrastructure for the space station, right? Rocket survivability reduces the chance to get damaged. Rocket reusability increases the number of them that we get. Cargo safety reduces the chance of cargo pods being damaged. Okay. Well, we're going to definitely want to work on those. How much do they cost a piece? 100, 100, 100. What is this? Advanced lab that specializes in biochemistry can perform basic chemical and oil processes. Electromagnetic laboratory allows us extremely high voltages and applications. Hypercooling, perform a heat exchange on thermal fluids, making one hotter and the other colder. What's that allow us to do? All these other things, right? And it gives us this hypercooling thermofluid. Experiment with lasers. Now I have seen these in the. These are some kind of data modules or something. Mechanical laboratory. Generates a variety of plasmas. Radiation laboratory. Personal battery Mark II. See, there are some things that are in the normal game that we have to be able to. We have to research up here. Is there anything in the normal game that we want? We don't really. This, it looks like this is all bonus stuff. That's braking, which efficiency module 4s. So I don't think we need any of this stuff right now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because these are all, well, from here down looks like 100, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1,000 total of research that we can do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we wanted to do it that way, I'm thinking. Now these get into higher sciences. This is all higher sciences. This is all higher. Yeah. So all of these need something over and above. So my thought process is, I think we should get the things that we need to make our lab better first. Now, what are these? Turn barrel into beryllium light extremely strong. It also, what does that open up? That opens up a lot of other stuff that we can't do yet anyway. Same thing there. Same thing there. So we're basically going back into the science levels of getting things again. This, however, is going to give us those flat solar panels like what's up here. So I think we probably want to get that at some point. That's 500 science though. Man, that's a lot. That's half of what we got. What does this give us? Genetics laboratory, which is with what we already need, you know. Gives us our first level of the. So I think what we should do is research all of these first level laboratories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, what does it take us to make that? Scaffolding, I know we can get. Vulcanite block, I sort of know how we can get it. What was that gel? What was the gel? It was chemical gel. Do we see chemical gel here anywhere? Do not see chemical gel. Alright, so does any of these give us chemical gel at some point? We only got 9 minutes left, and we got to get out of here. Looks like we can make all of these at this point. Thermofluid. Alright, so we're going to need the thermofluid. Contain cosmic water. Chemical gel, there it is. So, space manufacturing. Can we do space manufacturing? We can do space manufacturing. Okay. So, in time, we will be able to do the stuff we need to get more of that stuff with what we already have. So, that just gives us up a level. Man, I wish I knew, because I want to get these solar panels because of the efficiency. Wait a minute, do we have... Alright. So, right now, we're 12.6. If I put these down, can I put these down? It won't let me. Cannot build on empty space. Alright, let me see something here. Let me see. I don't want to waste too much of these. Can I put that down? Alright, so this was 12.6. 12.9. Okay, we can use regular solar panels. So we don't need that right now. Right? We don't need to spend the 500 right now. Because we can just bring regular solar panels up with us. Alright, so let's do this. Let's, and thank God for having the queue. Let us do all of these. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, right? Now, we need to put the sciences in there. Oh, and it'll only let us... Okay. Crap. Alright. I think we're okay, though. I think we'll be okay. And oh, wow. Cool. That's the animation. Alright. We have a chest. Can we make... Because we're done with... what you call it now? We're done with Lazy Bastard. We can go ahead and just do stuff now. So if we do this, right? And then we put all of these in there, it'll keep that fed whether we're here or not. Right? Alright, so we are in business. Now, I don't want to have to bring these back up again. So, we're going to put all the space scaffolding and the space platform there. There's no sense not. this stuff we need it to build stuff with, but I don't know whether we have to build it. We can build it down there, or we got to build it up here, because I know there are things that we need it for, like the science. But can we only make science? All right, so science has to be, this science has to be made up here in science manufacturing. So we may as well leave that here. Do we leave one of these up here as an emergency? I think so. Oh look, and the MedPack 4, so they've got bigger ones. We're going to take the rest of this stuff with us, I think. Because we'll figure out what we can do with it down there. But we're going to leave this stuff up here. We're going to leave an emergency one up here. We're going to leave stuff that we can build a bigger space station with up here. And we're going to leave our science cooking. And then I think that's all we're going to do for now until we can figure out what the hell we're doing with this game, guys. This just opened up a whole new world. This is cool. So I guess, how do we get in this thing? Enter. Okay. If placed in space, this capsule can take you to the nearest planet or moon. Ready to launch. Destination novice. Because we're in orbit around it. So that's where we would go. So the next time we come up, we need to keep in mind that we only got what, 10% maybe of the cargo pods. So when we come up here, we're going to have to be very specific in, oh crap, can we build, while we are here, we probably, can we build one? No, we can't. Next time we come up, if we bring it, anything that's important will go in our inventory, because I think that'll last. We need to bring one of these up, because with one of these, we can fire stuff up here without having to come up here. I think. And we'll build one of these and bring it up. Because then this will help us to be able to land better. Alright, so now we know. When we come up next time, we're bringing landing pads. And maybe... Alright, where do we build this? Can be built in any of the assembly machines. Alright. What about the plating? Where's the plating? You would think it would be down here with concrete. What do they call this? What do they call this? Space platform plating. Anything that looks like space platform plating? There's the space platform scaffolding. Got to keep an eye on our time. That's mirrors. Alright, I don't see space platform plating anywhere. These tile entities may... To build space walking speed. Okay. We're going to have to figure out where we can build that. And alright, so that's space platform scaffolding. Alright, let's look and see something. That's flat panel. Does one of these give us suddenly the ability to build it? That we want to make sure that we research. Huh. There it is. Space platform plating. So we won't have that for a while. Because it takes another science that we don't have yet. It takes that yellow science. Which one is this? Material Science Pack 1. Doesn't one of these give us that, I thought? Material Science Pack 1. Looks like we need a bunch of stuff to get it. Alright, maybe what we want to do alright is that. That. $500. 100. 100. So that. Hate spending the 500. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus the one we did is 1,000, right? That still doesn't get us to it, because then we need that. And then that. So that's how do we make the science? Alright, well we've already figured out we can do manufacturing up here. Machine learning data. That needs scrap and machine learning. Okay, it needs cool thermal fluid. Thermal radiator. Can we make thermal before we get too far on this? Machine learning. Okay. Cool thermal fluid. Which cool thermal fluid was it? -10. That has to be made in the thermal radiator. Can we make a thermal radiator? No, we can't. That's radiator efficiency. What gives us thermal radiator? Alright, well let's look at efficiency. Alright, so we already have thermal radiator. Okay, so we can make that. Okay. Space platform, I know we can make. I've already seen that we can make it. So machine learning data. Machine learning data needs a blank data card. Blank data card, polished data substrate. Holy crapski, guys. Alright, glass, iron plate. This needs cosmic water. Decontamination facility, water and lubricant. Okay, we can make the cosmic water. Alright. So we can make more science. We can make more science, it looks like. I think we're okay. So then the question becomes, what do we want to go after then? Because it looks like we need to have the plate in order to put objects up here. We got to be able to put them on the plate. So unless we want to continue to go through the process of take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on, we need that other science, right? We need that yellow science. Where is it? It comes after this. We need this material science pack. We need material science pack 1 though, right? That will give us, material science pack 1 will give us the ability to make the plates. Right? That opens up the plates, because the plates are here. So that'll give us that. We need that. So we have to have this. We have to have this. We have to have that. We have to have that. We have to have that. And we have to have that. And then that, once we have all of those, which we don't have heavy, we can then we'll be able to do heavy girder, and then heavy girder will give us this, but we can't do heavy girder until we get this. But we've got everything else on our list. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, that's what we're going to go for. It's going to take us 100, 200, 300, 800, 900, and 1,000. We currently have 2, 4, 6, little less than 8. 2, 4, 6, less than 8. 2, 4, 6, almost 8. So we're going to have to work on making this rocket science pack. We'll worry about it when we get back home. We'll figure it out. We know we can make those now. We just need certain things. We have to bring a space manufacturing place up here. And we should have enough plates that we can put one down up here and fit it somewhere. Alright. Alright, guys, so let's go home. And that's cool. It launches. It doesn't just cutscene. But should it launch? Land on the pad? I guess we're not cargo. We're the capsule. Now, can I... So I can salvage this and put it back in here? Yes, we're Elon Musk. Check it out. We're Elon Musk. Now we just have to make the sections, all 100 of them. Elon Musk, not Elon Musk. Totally different person. Elon Musk. We are now Elon Musk, guys. All right. That is freaking awesome. Now, like I say, I'm going to cut back on what I'm doing on camera with this. We're just going to start doing kind of segment stuff because you guys don't want to watch me build yet another mining resource mining field. I don't think. So there we go. But that's cool. This is what I was kind of wondering about. Did we bring we brought our gun back with us. Let us, one more thing. Let's go find a biter real quick. Let's go find a biter. Let's go down here. Grab some coal. Not that we need to. We're going to steal the second one. We're going to steal the middle one because we don't want to change the... I increased the time between saves because of that, because it takes forever now, but still need to do it. Alright. Let's go down here. I'm taking the train because it's faster to get down to the fence. Let's go down here. Oh. And before we do that, let's put our regular armor on so we don't use up our life support stuff. We'll have our health pack just in case. Can we fire this? Can we just... Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. So it's like the flamethrower. Oh, looks like they thaw out though. Yep, they thaw out. Okay, well now we know. That's kind of cool. So we are Mr. Freeze and Elon Musk. Apparently. Alright guys, that's awesome to know. But it's also good to know that it doesn't last. It looks like it just kind of paralyzes them and then they unfreeze. And then they're able to go again. Let's not run into the ass end of our other train here. Oh, and something else I want to check. I realized, yeah, I have to add stations to this one. I'll do that off camera. I realized I didn't get all the stations on this for this train. Can we do it this way? Can we shift copy? Shift right, shift left. Should be 54. Yeah, okay. There they are. They're all in there now. So this one's tanking up. It's not got much longer and it'll go. And then the other one will tank up. In the meantime, our biters have not really kind of come back into this area, which is cool. Alright guys, I will talk at you later. You guys take care. Let me save this real quick. Alright, I will talk at you later, guys. Have a good one.